I'll tell you a story. There were these three gentlemen at the hospital in the waiting room. And the nurse comes out and tells the first one, "Congratulations, you have twins." He gets all excited. He says, "How cool. I work for Twin Liquors." And then she comes out again and she says, "Congratulations, you have triplets." And I said, "I work for 3M, how cool." And so the third guy gets up and leaves, and the nurse comes and asks the other guy, she says, "What happened? Why did he leave?" He said he worked for 7-Eleven. Today the scriptures talk about bread. God, the hand of the Lord feeds us and answers all our needs. And they focus on the bread because the Lord is the bread of life for us. You know, we feed ourselves with the Eucharist, like Father Bread says. Every Sunday we come and feed ourselves with the bread of life. So the scriptures are in reference to the bread of life, and he uses the barley loaves and the fish, for example, to feed 100, to feed 5,000. And I was thinking, I said, well, how does my life would reflect on that? And I was thinking about how the family of 8 grew up with a minimum wage of only our dad was the only one that would work. And that's basically the story that the scriptures tell us, is how God provides for us, you know. And of course we had a menu of potatoes, rice, and beans, and tortillas, you know, and that was our menu. But we were satisfied, you know. Our hunger was satisfied, just like they satisfied the 100 and the 5,000. And not only that, but we were safe, you know, in a safe environment. And God always answers the needs. And I was thinking about when I was a minister at another church, and the maintenance guy, they sent him to Home Depot to get some supplies, and they gave him the church credit card. And he took out a $6,000 advance and left the city. And for a church that relied on $10,000 a week on the weekly collection, even though that was a big blow. But then on Sunday, a parishioner donated $10,000. And we see how God answers our needs, you know. And then I was thinking, you know, God, the hand of the Lord feeds us, and not only that, but it guides us, you know, during our most difficult times. And I was thinking back when I lost my daughter, and those were some difficult times. And I said, you know, the Lord must have taken over, because I couldn't be able to tell you what transpired for about 2 or 3 years, you know. There was a legal custody. I was left with two great grandchildren. 2 grandchildren, I'm sorry. One was 2 and one was 4 and a half. And of course the other grandparents wanted custody of them as well as we did. And anyway, there was a custody issues for about a couple of years. And after we received custody of them, so then when it's getting to being a father again, because my kids were already grown. My youngest daughter was 24 when she was killed, so I had to learn how to be a dad again, you know, raise a family. And so, you know, you're familiar with that poem, Footprints in the Sand, where, you know, we originate, Lord, you told me you were gonna be with me all the way through, and I see that there was times in my life where there's only one set of footprints. And he says, my child, that's when I carried you. That was the most difficult times in your life. You know, you you had some really things going on, so I carried you during those times, and that's the Lord, I think, working in our lives, and He continues to work in my life, because I was able to be in ministry life and be a deacon, and of course now I'm a priest for the last 9 years. So yeah, thanks to the good Lord, because He does answer all our needs, especially when we're in the times that were really the difficult times in our life, and so now in serving God's people, I say, well, maybe through ministry life I can repay the good Lord for the many gifts that He's given me, and the opportunities that He's given me. So, I always dedicate myself to try to help the people of God, because I think that's the way to repay the good Lord for all the gifts that He's given us, or He's given me. And then the second reading, we hear that we should live a life worthy of the call that we have received. The call that we have received. To live in humility, gentleness, patience, and love, so that the unity of the Spirit, through a bond of peace, will enable us to love one another the way God has loved us. And if we're able to love one another the way God has loved us, the hand of the Lord will surely feed us and answer all our needs. Amen.